Did you know that nearly 30,000 Gatikoya tribals displaced during anti-Maoist operations in 2005 have been living in limbo across Telangana and Andhra Pradesh for nearly 2 decades? They didn't choose to leave their homes. They were uprooted as part of counter-insurgency plan called the Strategic Hamlet Program, first used in Vietnam and later replicated in India. The idea is to isolate Maoists from the tribals. The result, a military failure, but a human tragedy. These families, scared, scattered, and silenced, never returned. Some feared Maoist threats, and others knew that there was nothing left to return to. The Forest Rights Act 2006 promised them hope. Clause 3 says tribals displaced before 13th December 2005 must be allotted alternative forest land. But for the Gatikoyas, even that hope is frozen in time. 5 years. That's how long their applications have been gathered in dust. Why? Because Chhattisgarh hasn't acted. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, they don't even recognize them as locals. Just think about it. People who once belonged to the very heart of India's tribal identity are now treated as illegal settlers, denied ration cards, denied housing, healthcare, and even a name. In Telangana, their farmlands were snatched and turned into plantation drives. In Andhra Pradesh, their makeshift homes were demolished without a second thought. And while governments changed, a whole generation of Gatikoya children grew up without a home they can truly call theirs. They speak Telugu, they go to schools, their parents work in fields and cities. They contribute to the state's economy, and yet they are still called outsiders in their own land. In 2019, the Bru tribals were offered permanent rehabilitation in Tripura. So why can't we give the same dignity to the Gatikoyas? This is not just a humanitarian crisis, but a failure of our federalism, a breach of justice, and a test of our ethics as administrators. Now tell me, which tribal group formed the Tiger Squad, a special 300-member unit to fight communist revolutionaries in post-independent India? Drop your answers in the comments, and let's not forget, every policy affects people and every people deserves to be seen.